Welcome traders to our start of week technical analysis video. So jumping straight into things here, as you know, I didn't do a post-week market review video, so decided to sort of switch it up. As from our midweek technical analysis, not much happened. As you can see, prices continued on bullish. We created a new all-time high at 4,380. From there, throughout on that last day on the Friday, price became bearish, and then as of today so far, price has been bullish. The main thing that I want to do is take note on a couple things. I obviously want to mark in our new points of interest. So the first point of interest that I'm going to go ahead and mark in is going to be our new all-time high, sort of filling in these exhaustion gaps that have been created with those candlesticks. So we're going to mark that in there. The next levels that I'm going to establish these by using our fixed range volume profile. I'm going to start from the entirety of this bullish move to the bearish move, and then where the price is currently now. As you can see, this is our POC, so our point of control. Therefore, we're going to go ahead and mark in this, as it is sort of that level that price has been, or the market has seen the most orders, or the most sort of fair value. So again, point of control, you can see that the market is in the most control in terms of buyers and sellers at the same time. And then we have our value high area and our value high and our value low, so VAH, VAL, and our POC. Again, that's going to be one point of interest. We're going to go ahead and mark in the entirety of this bearish move. Okay, cool. We have our second POC here. So another point of control within the market. We're just going to sort of mark that in there. I am going to drag it across as well, just to sort of see how price has reacted to this previous point of control. As you can see, price is sort of starting to push off of that level. And then I'm going to mark in the entirety of this bullish push here. So our point of control, slap bang in the middle of this previous point of control. Solidifying our overall conclusion that this is sort of a main area that the market has seen the most control within. So that's going to be our points of interest. I'm going to mark in one or two more that I see. So the first level is sort of going to be this little level here. I want to make sure I put this in our normal sort of point of interest color. So the reason I'm marking in this area is you can see that the bodies of these candlesticks and the exhausted wicks are pushing and testing at this level as both a support and resistance. And you can see on the lower time frames, we did sort of see some consolidation in and around this area. One more level that I want to mark in is going to be this level right here. Again, the reason why I'm marking in this level is you can see that price has tested as a support and price has tested as a resistance on this level a few times. So it's just a psychological level that it would be interesting to look at when price is sort of there. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and have a look at possible moves. So the overall market is bullish. We've established that, we know that, we've been speaking about that, and we've been seeing that. I keep going back to the dollar index, and I've spoken about this a few times recently, that you can see that price is propping itself up for a bullish push. Obviously, we marked this sort of curved line here, just sort of showing what we could potentially expect. You can see that price is beginning to consolidate now, and price is slowly breaking, making higher highs and higher lows. Indicating to us that that correction is coming in the near future. What will that do for gold? That will cause gold to drop a considerable amount. Obviously, we're sort of talking maybe price coming back into the 3,000s, but we won't know until it happens. But it is sort of inevitable that it will happen. A couple news events that are taking place here. Obviously, if you're looking at our fundamental fundamental analysis, you'll understand that these are already happening. So on Thursday, 23rd of October, we have existing home sales that will affect the dollar, high impacting news event. It won't do too much for gold. And then a very important day, which is going to be Friday, just prior to the New York session opening up. So we have our inflation rate, core inflation rate yearly, and our core inflation rate yearly. So MOM sort of is monthly, and then your year on year is Y. Sorry. So yeah, let's go over possible scenarios for gold. So looking at the current market, overall move is bullish. You see price pushing into this level. We can go on our lower time frame, see what's happening. I mean, it is currently, let's have a look at the time. It's 6:10 on the first day. So price always sort of does this at this rough time, and you see price begin to consolidate and push sideways. So yeah, we're not really seeing too much at the moment. But I think with current price action we're seeing, it's inevitable that price is going to end up pushing through and breaking this previous all-time high and continuing on. There's a couple of things that could happen though. We could see price come to this level and then test as a resistance, drop back down to this point of control, and then push up. We could potentially see price drop a little bit further, come to this point of interest at around 4,315, and then push up. But I think overall it's inevitable that these new or most recent all-time highs of around 4,380 are going to get broken through with the current price action and candlestick confirmation / structure we're seeing. It's just inevitable that price is going to continue on bullish until we see once we start seeing positive economic stuff happening around the dollar. Once we see the dollar index begin that bullish move, begin that correction, gold will probably see a correction also, and it will be a significantly bearish correction. So with all that being said, that's going to be our start of week technical analysis / kind of post-week market review. Overall conclusion is last week gold was bullish as always, created new all-time highs, and then since Friday, the Friday of last week was bearish, and then since then price has been bullish, and we are testing roughly 40 pips, 30 pips off, 300 to 400 pips off of the most recent all-time high, and with the current strength of this bullish push, we're probably going to see a new all-time high created at some point this week. So as always, I hope you've all enjoyed. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. We really appreciate it. It helps us a lot more than you think. If you haven't already, go ahead and join our prop firm if you're interested in trading up to $200,000 in capital. It's built by traders. It's made for traders. We want to give people the most, the fairest possible chance for people to get funded. As being in the trading niche for many years now, some prop firms have weird rules. They have this just consistency rules that throw you off track, but we've made it as simple and as fair as possible so we can give you guys the opportunity that you are looking for. So again, if you haven't already, make sure to sign up, create an account, pick a challenge that you like the look of, whatever account size suits you, and join our Discord, of course, and yeah, we'll be looking forward to having you. So make sure, if you haven't already, purchase a challenge with us. So that's going to be our start of week technical analysis with a little bit of a catch up on last week. I hope you've all enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.